Hi guys, I'm Tracy. Hi guys! So for today, I bring you my vlog of my second trip to Europe, version 2025. This time I admit it's the one time that I've vlogged and you least see me. Like I vlogged more of the cities and the stuff we did than actually included myself or my mom. So here it was the first place that we stayed in Madrid. It was a shame it was a real quick layover because the place was beautiful and the food yummy. It even have a nice view. Now this is a place we stayed in Paris, which we were at for a whole week. I admit those kind of bathrooms still aren't the most comfortable to me, but they work for what you need. This place was a little different because this time we got it sort of like a dorm. So it had a kitchen, the bed, and the bathroom. And I know a lot of people don't really recommend going on the hop on, hop off bus for the day because it can be a little expensive. But in a place like Paris that's just like really broad, and the statues, the tower, the Trump arch, all that stuff isn't exactly near each other. So on that note, I do recommend trying it for at least a day. Plus it's nice because you get to enjoy the view and just record and take pictures. So at least for me, it's a good option, especially on your first or second trip. After that, you pretty much can manage on your own. We were on the bus on the Concord Plaza, and it looks so cool, that statue. But one of my favorite things was Jardin des Tuileries, and it had that giant globe above it and a lot of cool statues and flowers and decor. And I just turned 31, no judging, but I really want to have a last inner child trip to Disney. I went to Disneyland actually many years ago when I was 8, and I haven't gone back since. And so I wanted to give myself like one last trip to Disneyland, and Disneyland Paris was really cool. I do admit I wish I've gotten the 2-park ticket or the studio ticket because I really want to see the other part of the park. But this time we didn't, and actually the time that we had was very wisely spent on the park, so you may need another day to do the other studio park. Also, there's so many plushies and stores and everything. You will see on my next video, which is the haul of all the stuff that I got. but it is easy to get shopaholic crazy on the stores inside Disneyland Paris. Well, inside any Disneyland probably.
Attention là! Pour moi, nous gagnons beaucoup d'argent. Hey, taxi! Ça me plaît d'être des gros voyages.
See?
Taxi!
Ne partez pas d'ici.
No? Ahí va.
Eh bien, on a réussi. On est sur la bonne route.
The Alice in Wonderland maze was kind of fun because it also had like a couple hidden doors. Some were open, others were closed. So I did kind of feel like Alice a couple of times. And like it had like some teacup games and stuff like that. Like this door, for example, I was able to pass through, which was very fun. Also, it had like so many cute characters represented inside the maze. It had the castle of the King of Hearts, which I think I only took a picture. I think I didn't actually record there. But it was actually very fun, even though it started kind of like raining. So at one point we were like, okay, quick photos and then let's run back up to find some roof to protect ourselves from the rain. The park had a train station where you could get on, and the train was sort of circling around the park. We did think we would see more of where things were located, but mostly it had a lot of like the nature surrounding the park and just like a little view of a couple parts inside. So was it nice? Sure. You do have to make a line and everything. So we did expect more, to be honest. If you go to Disneyland Paris, personally, I would recommend skipping this and just walking through the park, or going to Sleeping Beauty Castle, or the Pinocchio attraction, or the Aladdin one, which I showed previously on the video. But the train was fun, but when you think of the time that you spend in line and how quickly it passes on the train and how little real view you get, that's the time where it's like a little bit of a bummer.
Monsieur Lucas, passager du vol pour Tatooine, est prié de se présenter aux agences Startour pour une photo DM. Étrange Lucas.
I will confess I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I've watched like a little bits here and there. But the attraction itself was a lot of fun. It even had kind of like a 3D immersive virtual reality part. And there were a lot of fun games in that part. Now here, I'm gonna show you a little bit of what we saw inside Notre Dame. It's really beautiful and really artistic, so mostly I took pictures, but I did want to do like a video of how it looked inside. But honestly, the art made back then is still something that I'm like amazed. Because right now, pretty much people can do anything. Back then, with the materials they had and the tools they have, up to this day, it amazed me the art creation that people made at that time. So that was a little view of the changing of the guard. I do admit I thought it was outside the palace, which is why I didn't worry much about paying a ticket around that time. But we at least got to see a little bit of the soldiers, and here we were walking through London Bridge to get to the two towers, where I had paid to go and see the Crown Jewels exhibit, which I really wanted to show, but no recording inside. Like, I kind of get it, because they do have real royalty right now, but at the same time. Now, the M&M experience in London was so much fun. So many cutesy stuff, wearable stuff, cups, mugs, pillows, and you could also personalize your own M&Ms with either a picture or words or a logo or something like that. So it did take a little bit of time, to be honest. I think I spent about 10 to 15 minutes doing it and waiting for it and everything. But it was overall so worth it, because when you think about it, it's fun. And it's a nice souvenir that you can give like a couple to people, you know, and stuff. Also, sorry that I was moving too much the camera back then. So you basically did like the setting of the M&Ms in those machines, and then you did a line to pick the color and everything, but it was so worth it. Also in London, we did give the hop on hop off bus, because their buses are not only very cheap, but they pass through everything, and sometimes we were lucky to get even that first seat where you get like the real overview of the city. So in London, I do recommend just using the buses itself instead of paying for the actual hop on hop off. Also love that seating mapper guides you to which stop you need to go and which one you need to get off on.
Welcome to the spirit of London. You are now going back 400 years to the London of Queen Elizabeth rebuilding St. Paul's. This time, London was built in stone. From the ruins of the fire, a new cathedral arose to fill the sky with
oi, oi, oi! I'm about to take your phone.
These are the sights, the sounds, the colours, and the joy of the spirit of London. Please remember to take all your personal belongings with you.
803.
And thank you.
One of my favorite parts that I wish I had more videos to show you guys of was going to the Sea Life Aquarium, and basically this is why I went to go and see penguins. But definitely London is a place worth visiting. And being one of the biggest Harry Potter fans ever, we definitely had to stop over the Warner Brothers studios. So I definitely took more pictures and videos, but here's a little bit of that.
Now, we are joined by three full-scale presenters with expertly crafted by feature effect designer Joe Scott. Now, as sinister as they look, do not worry, that's as close as they're going to get, I promise. Now, as you look at the costumes, you may notice they're made up of 5 different fabrics, including Abercrombie silk, jute, husband, cheesecloth.
First and as president. Our word, of course, detectives are vicious creatures. They will not distinguish between the one they hunt and the one who gets in their way.
Even